Good evening, all. That's a good way to start. Lump in my throat. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're finally back to streaming, which is good. Kind of. Hopefully, it's going to be good. I'll be honest with you. So the past couple of weeks, obviously, I've still been trying to get stuff set up in the office and things like that. You can't see much of it behind me, but it is starting to come together now that we have emigrated down to the bottom of the garden. So that's looking a little bit better. I've struggled to find the motivation to stream or just play Gran Turismo in general, to be honest. We've had a couple of absolute nightmare streams before we sort of moved, and was talking a little bit after one of the streams, sort of saying like all of the fun parts of Gran Turismo and all of the good parts, as much as there is at least sort of one good thing or good race kind of each stream, the bad stuff kind of outweighs any of the good stuff. Even if we have only one bad thing, it's normally someone absolutely kind of like ruining your race and all that sort of stuff. So the bad stuff was certainly outweighing any of the good stuff. And then we moved everything down to the garden, and then every time that I came to stream, there was still something that needed set up, cameras or lights or just the rig itself and all that sort of stuff. I was like, oh, is it actually going to be worth it for a pretty crap stream or a load of crap races? Not that they were guaranteed to be crap, but that was the way things have been going. So if you ever wonder why the last corner at Fuji's called Panasonic Corner, by the way, that is probably the slight giveaway there. But yeah, it was just difficult to get motivated to actually come on, because I was just assuming we were going to have some crap races, but hopefully they're all going to be good. Yeah. Oh, just make sure I can actually see these comments for a start. There we go. Right. Winning. Cameron, how we doing? Xenophon, John. Yeah, new era now. New era. My life will forever be defined as pre or post shared era. Right, we have ourselves some rain that looks to be moving across to the track. We got 24 laps of Fuji, which is absolutely brutal. We have to say that much. It's a minimum number of pit stops is 1, so we're guaranteed to have to stop. But I don't know how that works with the rain. I don't know if it's guaranteed rain. It's supposed to be dynamic weather. I don't know if it is truly dynamic or if it is a rinse and repeat every race. Someone might be able to let me know on that one, possibly give me the heads up. Daily A Superfan. I don't think I've seen what Daily Racer is, but we'll have to have a little look, I guess. Right, we're going to make sure that we're recording. Hopefully we have ourselves a good one here. We're intentionally starting right at the back. So let's see how we fare up. Our first race, proper race, in the new studio. It really is dynamic. The weather, good stuff. Well, that's what we want. That is what we want. So we're going to have to keep a check on it. It's kind of moving towards us there, quite a bit of rain, so we'll keep an eye on that. Right, first race. It's been a while since we've been on Gran Turismo and been racing on here, but let's make the most of it. Let's go. 24 laps of Fuji. This is going to be a very long daily race C, so the slots are every hour. Now, I could have got past a couple of them there, but I remembered that horrid yellow flag rule where you will get a penalty for overtaking. So you've got to be careful of that one. I'm going to nip to the inside here, hopefully. Yeah, we'll have that. Oh, we are on the grass there. Oh my god, we just about managed to not spin the car there. Right, I'm waiting for disaster here. We've got 3 cars right behind us. One of them's ghosted. Oh, we've been hit. We've been hit there. Punted from behind. And again, we've been hit. Fantastic. Well, we're back to Gran Turismo, and Gran Turismo is back to its usual ways. Shouldn't have expected anything less for a first lap at Fuji. Oh, they've all killed each other. I outbraked hugely there as well into turn 1. I don't think that went unnoticed. Right, we're in the Porsche 911 here as well. A great car for this track, but it does struggle on the straights. But you hope that you can keep up or gain in the corners. And I wasn't too worried about straight line speed because we were starting behind people, so I knew we would benefit from the slipstream. Wait till it rains lap 6 or 7. Is that when we're expecting the rain? Yeah, Xenovan says, relax gents, we got 24 laps here. This is such a long race. Someone's gone. Right, we started at the back here, remember. So we're up to P9 so far, not too bad. Oh! Oh! He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, we're up to P7 there. Now, I do feel partly responsible for that, but there was no amount of reactions going to stop you from, or save you from someone planting the brakes right in front of you. Two kills, 1 lap. Not intentional, and I'm going to say not my fault. Right, lap 3 complete. You actually did. You got a 2-second penalty for the same thing. Well, that is either you've been unlucky or we've been lucky. And we're never lucky, so I think you've just been unlucky. Right, P6 in front of us here. Second gear in this car is just so fantastic. Out of majority of corners, that one in particular, if you line it up right, is very good. Oh! Well, lucky not to get damaged there. Very lucky. Right, going to get past in the slipstream here. Braking just a smidge earlier. He's going to get the undercut though. Great racing there, great racing. Fantastic little switchback undercut there. We're all good there. Slight smidge of contact off me onto him there, which was not great, but we make it through. Sorry. Yeah, all of that there was my fault. Both those little bits of contact. Boomer here. Oh, that was close. Oh, not necessarily obliged to give us the space there. I don't think that was an intentional sort of moment to try and push us off there. Definitely not. Certainly a scary one though. We've been hit and spun. We just hold on to that. Keep facing the right way. Oh, half-second penalty for Jack. Yeah, rain is still a long way away from us yet. Trying to give Jack the slipstream to us there. Right, still on the back of P6 here. Jack did good to avoid us there. I've got to be really careful on those corners in the last sector. So easy to overdo it and spin the car. Right, that's where we want to be going. Good stuff. Right, I think if the rain's going to come here, it's going to be right at the end of the race. But we have to be trying to work out whether it is going to land at all. So we're going to have to try and keep an eye on it here. See if we can monitor how close it is moving in. It does look and feel like we're going to get rain. But if not, there is still that mandatory pit stop that we need to make. Which would, ideally, if you're going to do 2 sets of mediums, ideally that pit stop wants to be on lap 12. Get an even amount of laps on both sets of tyres. No good doing 21 laps and wearing your tyres right out and doing the last 3 on a fresh set. We want about 12 and 12, as close to the middle as we can when you're stopping for the same set of tyres. Right, P4 and 5 having a good scrap here as well. And then the top 3 are very, very close to each other. Oh! Yes, thank you. Oh! Didn't think he was going to move across like that. Or cut to the corner that early. Right, slipstreams. Here we go. This is from the back of the grid so far. Dave, how we doing? Long time no see, absolutely. So far it has been worth the wait, but we don't want this to go wrong now. Spooning the like button. No worries at all, mate. Really appreciate it. Oh! That is ours. That is ours. We had that one. We got through that one. We were ahead at the time. Well, we were alongside as we hit the apex. Enough of the car alongside, definitely, to justify having that one. I don't think he saw us when he's turned in. He's pushed straight back, though. He wants that one. This one's heating up. I don't think that rain's really moving in to us very quickly here, you know. I think we probably do pit lap 12. Well, actually, no, we don't. It's a long, long pit stop. There's a lot of time lost in the pits. Actually, probably not best off changing tyres, are you? Until you absolutely know for sure that that rain isn't going to come. It's just that at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to hit us at all, really. There is, of course, the chance that the rain is there and doesn't quite hit the track. Same again, exactly the same again. We're alongside at the point that we hit the apex. You've got to be aware of the car being there. You can't just turn and expect them to disappear. I hope that's not track limits. Can't quite remember if it's the white line there or not. Dive bomber. I think that one was fair enough. He's going to go for a dive bomb past us here, though. No, he just avoids us. He's definitely braked as late as he could, of course. He was right up close to us there. Ooh. Right, if we can try and hold on and keep P5, I'd be fairly happy with that. Right, tyres are definitely dropping off now, though. Again, I don't think that rain is anywhere near us yet. Do we pit now or no? Should we pit? Or pit end of the next lap? I think we've got to. I think we've got to pit lap 12. Oh, those guys are going in. Just about holding on to that one. Right, I'm going to come in this lap. I don't think we're going to get any rain this particular race. Right, we've got to be careful of this guy in front of us because we've had this before. We go flying into the pits and then the guy in front plonks his brakes on like that. Oh, we're going to get the jump on him into the pits because he's ghosted. How lucky is that? I'm very much not a fan of the cars ghosting on Gran Turismo, but in that case, I was quite thankful for ghosting. You can pretty much fly into the pits. If you kind of try and straight line the edges as much as possible, you can fly into the pits without actually braking at all. Right, P5 at the moment then. It's a shorter pit stop than I thought it was. We've actually only lost 10 seconds there somehow. Or is that... Oh no. The Portuguese driver has stayed out. I thought that was still the race leader. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on the weather now. Keep watching the weather. Either way, we definitely needed to change tyres. You couldn't keep running on that set of tyres there, I don't think. It's just not possible. Not without losing quite a lot of time and risking binning it. He says, as he drifts his way up to Panasonic corner. Right, just that alone, that lap there was 1 second gained to the leader, who was behind us when he's gone into the pits. Might be the case that it's worth staying out. Keep watching that weather. Keep watching the weather. 19.2.10. .7. 0.6. This is where you gain a lot of time on fresh tyres. Of course, he's not actually our race because he's going to be coming into the pits and drop way further back behind us. Now, for a split second there, we had set the fastest lap. And then Flo here, the German behind us, went and beat that. 8.3 to the lead now. That is the gap. We're actually on for P3 here. Podium. Just that floor behind us here is absolutely on the pace, matching ours at the moment. And in the slipstream, Thashin, how we doing? Hope we're all well, hope we're all well. Faster slap, new faster slap. Just going to say we're matching the pace of the leader at the moment. Right, I'm glad we pitted when we did then, because we've had no rain and I don't think we're going to get any. Yeah, this is the new office. At the moment you can't see much of it on the stream. Not that you could see much of the last office really, but it's definitely a much better setup in here for sure. Overall. Let you be nosy. Unfortunately, the camera where I've got it set is not moving. It took me a long time to manage to get the camera set where it is now. But I'm definitely going to do a video anyways of a tour of the studio, because of course we got our actual studio, music, audio studio set up on the other side of the wall on that side as well. So that's the most exciting thing, I think, for me. Right, we're closing only slightly to P2 there, in places. Just trying to build a bit of a gap from flow behind us here. We're managing to break away a little bit in the corners. And then closing straight back up to us on the straights, of course. What little gap we do manage to create. No, just a new room. We've basically built a studio at the bottom of the garden. So we got our office on one side and then a fully soundproof room on the other side, which is where my drum kit is and where all the noise can be made. Bob, how we doing? Hope we're all well, buddy. Hope we're all well. North Ashton, this one is Fuji, this one. And this huge, long pit straight is pretty much what it is known for, aside from the horrid, horrid, horrid last sector. Just about managed to hold in front. We got P2 here. We've closed about 8/10 since we last mentioned him. At that point we were 3.2 or something like that away from him. Now we're 2.3. Oh, that's a lot of time lost there. Messed up that corner. 7.9 to the leader. We're actually closing a little bit to him. Only by about a tenth or so. But I will absolutely take it. Still setting fastest sectors and fastest laps as well, which is good. Oh, this last sector, honestly. Right, is that a penalty for him there? I don't think it is. We didn't get a penalty when we did the same. Oh, he has. He's got one. He's got one. Right, can we close to him before he even serves that penalty so that we can get past him when he does? Right, we improve on our fastest lap as well. Right, we could possibly have P2 in this race then. As long as we're not a complete wally. Famous last words, as I always say. Right, let's try and nail this corner there. Apex that, lovely. Got a brilliant drive out of there. We've even closed a couple of tenths to the leader with that one. 1.4 the gap. He's going to serve his penalty. It might put us alongside at best, I think, the gap at the moment by the time we head into turn 1. Right, here we go. He's going to serve his penalty. Where are we going to end up? Yeah, I can't remember. Cannot remember what happened in the last stream. Actually, I do. It was this race. It was Fuji in the Group 3s for the manufacturers, and we were in the BMW, and the BMW was awful. And so we got one race in to the stream. Didn't bother doing anything else. And that was the last that I streamed. But here we go. Into turn 1, I said we would be alongside at best. It's going to be round the outside, tight at apex. Into turn 2, we're going to have that. That's it, we got P2. This is from the back of the grid. Really tricky section of track that. Oh! We just going to hold on, I think. Go. Go. Come on. Go. Right, now P2 had a lot of pace. We were managing to close in the corners. I can't remember what car he was in. I didn't pay much attention. Oh, is he in the Porsche like us as well? I think he is. Oh, in that case, we might be okay. It's not like he's in a ridiculously super quick car. don't know what the leader's in either. A lot of people were in the Porsche for this one. And a lot of people moving to the Porsche throughout the week, realising you're better off being quick through the corners than trying to rely on a car purely for that pit straight. 6.5. Not that I'm racing for P1 at all, but always a good reference point. Whoa! Steady. Right, we're on to the last lap now. Just got to try and bring home P2 here. We've been quite consistent in the 39s, to be fair. Magic. Final corner to navigate. Take it nice and easy so we do not bin this one. Go. Good stuff. 5.6 as well. We kept closing to the leader there. That is a really good race from the back of the grid. From the back of the grid. Wow, wow, wow. Happy with that. That is a good return to Gran Turismo. Yeah, hopefully Canada better, definitely. Yeah, do you know what? I caught the first 3 quarters of the Indy 500. And then I'll be honest, I was busy doing other stuff and I thought, oh, I've kind of watched it now and whatever. And then the last couple of laps were like crazy. Now go again, we want to see rain, definitely. Definitely, that's what we want to see. $837 overtakes. Is that what it was for the Indy 500? Wow. I never actually watched the Indy 500. I genuinely thought it was called the Indy 500 because they did 500 laps. And then I saw that they're doing 200 laps. And I was like, oh, I guess it's a 2.5 mile circuit. Or whatever the maths is. Yeah, 2.5. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, 500 miles. Graphics are definitely a lot better. The main advantage, or the main new thing, was the ray tracing. So the lights and the way that the light bounces from the sun and the cars and how it bounces off and reflects, and all of that was what they spent a lot of time on, which is being really, really good. Looks really, really good. Well, I guess we go for another. It would be rude not to at this point. Oh, it was the Mazdas, wasn't it? I remember now. It was the Mazdas at Daytona. I don't know if that would be a good race or not. Should we go for one more? If we don't go for one more, that means we've only done one race on a stream, and that's not good. Should we do either Daily Race B at Interlagos, or should we go for another Daily Race C? What do we reckon? Yeah, got to do another. Fair enough, I am easily persuaded. Long time until the next race. Well, shall we, on that note, shall we do some qualifying here? Do you think we should do some quali? Try and get ourselves some good quali laps put together? Yeah, I know. Good combo, that. Good combo. We got to do it. Right. On that note then, shall we stick with the Porsche? It treated us well in that race. Should we stick with the Porsche, or should we have a look at something else? The other one that I considered was maybe the Ferrari. Judging by this. The NSX, I don't think I would fancy. I would love... literally, my favourite car on this game is the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. So I would love to do an attempt in the Vantage. And on that note, actually, I have talked myself into it. I think we'll try the Vantage. Let me just give it a quick go. We'll have to rent it because I don't actually have the car, as much as I'm saying it's my favourite car in the game. I don't actually have it, I don't think, by the looks of it there. So let me try and just give it a quick bash. A couple of laps is all we'll do. Stay with the Porky Porsche. James is saying the Merc. Wob Bob, good evening, buddy. How are we doing? This is very promising that it's taken so long to load in. There we go. Go for pole. We can only try. That light there, I can, but I don't have the controller for it now. I don't know where I've put the controller. But yes, I can change the colour of the lights. That is the problem immediately against the Porsche, is that the Porsche in second gear out of there is fairly well planted. Now the Vantage might not actually be that great, I don't know, in the race. It might not be too fantastic. Might have a lot of tyre wear. I suspect it does, it normally does. There is a fly right in front of my face. Yeah, in the interest of not wanting to bin it, I suspect that the Porsche is going to be the better car to be in. Yeah, I love this car, but I just know that the Porsche is more comfortable. Yeah, so get your guesses in for our quali time, as John says there, the t-shirt game. If you can guess correctly what my lap time in purple will be, you win a free t-shirt from the merch store. Links to that in the description of the stream. I'm going to change cars though. I'm going to jump back in the Porsche. Now remember, in the Porsche, in the race, we managed a 39.2. So I would like to think in quali, in the dry, we can get to the 38s. So that's what we're going to aim for. Yeah, get in the Porsche, absolutely. I tell you what, so we're already in the Porsche. Let's just play it safe here. We want a good race. Just checking that our engine is in good nick. And it is, because I literally replace it every race. In the desperate attempt, that's how my mind works, that it will help. Right. What are we doing? We're already in the car. Tyres, there we go. Changing your guess if we're changing cars. Yeah, Porsche's great. Yeah, not trying the Lambo. That is asking for trouble. Now you see that there, I'm literally planted all the way out that corner. Second gear, perfectly fine. Whereas in the Aston, the gear ratios make that second gear just a little bit tricky for a track like Fuji. Now we will get maybe 5 laps in. So get your guesses in. What will our quali time be? I want to get down to the 38s. Oh. Now the steering in something like the Vantage is a lot more direct, but once you account for the sort of slight, it's not even quite understeer, but almost like laziness of the steering a little bit of the Porsche, then you're all good. Right, let's go. What will this be? 38s already, or no? Probably not. Be a low 39, mid 39, it's a high 39. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's try and be quicker. Another 4 laps. Ah, that was really not good. Go. Right, 4 tenths up here, that's good. Right, 710 subs, so this will put us to a low 39. Let's try and improve. Get down to the 38 here, come on. Come on. Try and nab the best part of a 10th by the end of this straight here. Ah, no, understeer. No! Right, we're actually improving there. This is going to be down to the 38. Has anybody guessed a 38 so far? 38 treble 7 from James. 38 374 from Thashin. It's going to be about a 6/10 improvement to get close to Thashin's time. Might be a bit much in this quali session, but we'll give it a go. Otherwise, it's just under 2/10, about 10.5 improvement for James's treble 7. Ooh. Oh! Oh! We've binned it all together. Right, one final lap. 38, treble 6, John says. That'll be a penalty there. Start that again. Whew. Right. Signature move. Absolutely overcorrected. The classic. Bugger. Tell you what we'll do though. We'll get a little bit of practice on that pit entry. So I'll show you what I mean. I had a feeling that the guy in front of us was going to brake. And if you can get it, if you can just about get it right, then you don't actually need to hit the brakes at all, really. Certainly not to the extent that he was doing. We caught up to him with a two or so second gap. Watch me muck it up here as I'm trying to show you. I say this is the sort of pit entry you can have, and watch me bin it. So you see, we lift. I don't think that you need to quite touch the brakes, really. Oh well, we hit the wall, but we try again. We try again. We try again. Come on, come on. Oh, it's not going to pit in time, is it? Yeah, I turned a little bit too early there, but you can see that if you more or less straight line it and cut those corners. I'm trying to come off this now, but... never mind. Right, now look at this. Do we have rain already or no? No, we don't. But the rain is most certainly on its way. Apparently. There we go. It's moving in. Let's try and judge how quickly that rain is moving in, though. Is it still going to continue showing? Ah, no, never mind. Basically, will it reach us by the end of the race? That's the question. Rain from lap 18, Dave reckons. Right, well, we've had a good first race. We started from the back and finished P2. We're going to start P7 now that we put a quali time in. And hopefully we can have a good race. Welcome along to people tuning in for the first time. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't done so already, please do hit the subscribe button and get your predictions in for where we will end up on this race here. We're going to keep an eye on the weather. I think after about 30 minutes of racing, it will reach us by that radar that we looked at before the race. I think about 30 minutes it'll be on the track. We just need to work out whatever that 30 minutes is. Which, as Dave says, yeah, probably about lap 18, something like that. Please don't run wide. There's a guy on our right hand side here. I was waiting for him to understeer straight into us. Thankfully he does not. Oh, someone's gone. Oh, we've been hit there. We've been hit. Right, P6. Don't hit us, don't hit us, don't hit us. He's gone for the dive. Yeah, he's hurdled across the apex. There is no way that is a legal overtake. And in the real world, that would be a penalty of some description. Admittedly, he hasn't caused an accident, but he would absolutely be getting made to give the place back. There's no doubt about that one. That is shocking, that. He cut right across the track. Luckily, he didn't hit us. Which was the only benefit of him cutting across the track like that. Right, everybody's snaking across the pit straight here. Trying to cut the slipstream. Does that say... Does that say Zara or Zara? Welcome, welcome. .9. Right, making sure we give that one back there, just to be on the safe side. Slipstreaming all the way here. Tap, 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 yeah. Give that one back. I think that was sort of one of those racing. Everybody trying to take the same line. Oh, Halal's got it all wrong. Oh, I'm lucky that he ghosted when he did. Someone's come flying in there. Luckily, we've been the main benefiter. Very fortunate for us. That's normally us that's getting rammed off like that. I feel bad seeing it happen to other people, but I do think, oh, at least it's not me. Ooh. Ah! A double upshift, accidentally. Close one, that, absolutely. P5 for us at the moment. We've got a bit of sort of clean air, if you like, in front of us. Not a huge gap behind us, but hopefully the next few laps are a bit more settled. Right, let's go. Oh, now this rain does look to be moving in. I think this one will land on the track. So what's 30 minutes? How many laps do we need to do to hit 30 minutes of racing? How many laps will that be for 30 minutes of racing? "21", James says. Is that scientifically proven? Does that math check out? Three laps equals 5 minutes. Does it? Ah, yes. Yes, it does. Yes, of course. Aha. Very good point. So 18, right, okay. Well, between about the 18 to 21 is when we're going to have to start thinking about whether we go on to tyres. So I'm going to actually pit a little earlier in case it is lap 18. I want to try and get another second or so of advantage out of more evenly spread tyres. So I'm going to go pit lap, probably lap 10. Lap 9 or 10, something like that, onto the fresher set. And if we do end up doing a few more laps on the second set, it's not quite as bad, since we burnt off quite a bit of fuel by that point. P4 in front of us here. P4 actually with a slight mistake there. It will be round about that though, 18, 19, 20-ish, 21-ish. Because of course, you're not going to pit just because there's rain. You need to check that it's actually water piling up on the track. Going to try and hold this one round the outside. We're not quite going to manage. Good move from the Italian there, good move. I was caught sleeping on that one. Right, keep looking at this rain here, keep checking at this rain. It might actually land a little bit earlier than we think. My guess was that, based on that little simulation that you see at the start, where it sort of says minus 60 minutes to now, the sort of time that it covered in 30 minutes, I thought, well, if it done that, covered that amount again, that would sort of get to the track. That was my guess, but it might actually land a little bit sooner. We've got to keep an eye. But I'm just trying to work out where and when we pit. What do we think? That's without the rain. We nearly binned it, and that's without the rain. Code brown almost, yeah. Right, judging this now, I actually think that we stay out. Right, this lap we're going to get rain. This lap we're going to get rain, I think. But I don't think much of it's going to sit on the track until we've had it for a little while. This lap we're going to see showers, I think, definitely. There's the 50 miles. It's definitely on its way. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Right, are people going to start taking it easy, or are they going to start putting their foot down? Grip level's still perfectly fine at the moment. We can definitely do one more lap. Yep, stay out definitely for the time being. Just going to brake just a little bit earlier. Probably could have still braked where we normally would there, to be fair. Not much difference made. That's the radar zoomed out, but then you can't see the actual track. I prefer having it in like that, and then you can actually see. But I suppose you mean for the bigger, heavier spots of rain. Cost myself a big chunk of time there. Right, still staying out. Well, the rain is going to stay basically because it's moving eastward there, so it's going to stay pretty much even in terms of the rain. It's just how much of that water actually builds up on the track here, which if it goes at this rate will be another couple of laps. Someone's into the pits there. I personally think they've pitted too early. Probably only really losing about 1 second per lap here at the moment. It's probably less than that in terms of actual time being lost, but you always drive a bit too cautious, don't you? Only time will tell, absolutely. Someone's gone off there, up ahead, I think. We can definitely get, judging at it at the moment, another lap at least. That's a penalty, that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. No! I think we're alright. We're all good. Yeah, keep the weather radar on screen. I had the actual radar on for that guy that was pretty close to us there before, but we're all good. Right, P2 and 3 having a bit of a scrap there. Scrapping in the rain, that's always going to be fun. I think we can still go one more lap here, at least. Do we go again? I think we're still fine on these slicks, you know. Everyone else still going for it. Yeah, go. A few people starting to quit the race now, though. Look at that, we're still able to brake pretty much at our normal braking zone there. Always so much prefer the longer races. And so far for me, this combo is proven to be a good one. Right, do we pit this lap or do we go one more? This is the question now. This is the decider. This will make the difference. Do we pit now or go one more? Pit now or go one more? Never mind, where's Vicar? Are we going into the pits or not? Race leaders. Shh, what's he doing? Right, they're all going into the pits. They're all going into the pits. Right, obviously we want the inters. Go. Yeah, John was saying one more lap. We probably could have done one more lap. We probably could have done it, but I think by the time we finish the lap, and at the very end of that track, I think would have been really, really, yeah, risky. Here we go though, we're out onto the inters. Yeah, I'm glad I'm on the inters. It might just be below what we see as being the limit, but that's definitely inters that now. That is definitely inters. We're going to hang this one around the outside maybe. Yes, we are. A little bit of contact as we do so, but we hang that one round the outside. Yeah, this would have been really, really risky on the inters, if I'm honest. Might have still been doable, but it would have been risky. Now the guy who has stayed out has actually made time there in total. He has actually benefited from that extra lap. Right, now all these guys are going to go into the pits. What are we going to do here? Where are we going to end up? Yeah, I don't think that the dark blue patches aren't going to hit us, I don't think. And if they do, well, back into the pits we go. Weather radar on. Absolutely. It's not coming off now. First time driving in the wet around here in a long time. So I am having to make best judgment as we go. Oh, just missed the corner there. Right, now remember, we were on potentially for the podium. And there's been a little change around of the order. And some people managing to nip in front. And we're down to P6 at the moment. Right, a couple of people into the pits. There you go. They're still on the mediums. I don't know how they've managed that. That's more people than I thought, actually. So there we go. We are indeed on for the podium. P3 for us here. As everybody behind goes on to the Inters. Alright, now it's just which way is that darker blue patch travelling, basically. That's what we're keeping a check on now. Right, 3.7 the gap to these guys. 3.6. Slight mistake from one of them up ahead, I think. 3.5. Oh! 3.2. Right, we're definitely closing at these guys because they're costing each other time fighting. .4. Oh! We're sliding. Alright, those two guys up there are proving to be very quick. Quite clearly done themselves a bit of racing in the rain at Fuji before. .5. 2.8. Three seconds. Right, we're gonna have to start braking a bit earlier and stuff now. Oh, still sliding like crazy. Out of turn 1 and through turn 1 there. Oh, he's gone for the switchback on him there. Did you see that? He tried to serve him the switchback. Oh god, just totally locked an aquaplane there. I'm losing too much time. These guys are very quick in the wet here. We're struggling. Look at that. We're about 10 seconds slower now. The rain definitely getting worse. Oh, we're aquaplaning there. Oh my word. Definitely felt that one. Right, I think I have to accept that I don't have the pace to be trying to stay on the back of these two here. And I'm actually best off just holding P3. Stop being a dingbat and put traction control on. Never. Never. 5 more laps. 5 more laps. Look at that. Trotolo. Incredible pace from him. Not doing a very good job of keeping track of what gear I'm in there. Right, the rain is definitely here to stay for the rest of this race. No chance of it drying up, I think, until we jump onto the mediums or anything like that. Stay off the racing line for more grip. That feels slightly counterintuitive, I've got to be honest. Just for the amount of water that's on the track, standing water that's on the track off the racing line. At this point, I would say you are better off on it. See, as soon as we're off it, the difference in grip at this point now. Right, P2 here, we're closing up to. This is where you got to be really careful, because if you just catch that curb a little bit too much, or the back end slides out, you have absolutely lost the car at that point. That is a brutal corner in the rain. P2's making some mistakes here. And in the Porsche as well. I thought he was going into the pits there. I'll have to have a look at that then, Dave. Try and wrap my head around that one. 1.5 to P2 here. I'm not expecting to get P2. Oh my god, that is a horrible feeling when the wheel just goes light into that braking zone there. You've essentially uncontrollably flying towards the braking zone and just waiting for the car to grip up. Oh, 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 oh. Right, 1.5, 1.4 to P2. I am just trying to stay on the podium here. I have to say that. At this point, it's just trying to bring home P3. Right, this has been a good race. Although fairly static for the second half here, but that's what happens when the rain comes. He's nearly lost it. He has lost it. He hasn't. He nearly has. He's almost. Go. Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier. Oh, both of us right on the limit. Yeah, we kind of keep it on the track. Never mind racing lines. We kind of keep it on the track. Oh. There it is, there it is, there it is. Ah! Ah! At that point, it's a drag to the finish line. He's almost binned it in front of us. Is he going to have it here? Look at it. We have it, 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 we have it. Whoa, that was pretty lucky at the end there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was a close end to that race. He tried to spin us on the straight there as if we'd done something wrong. I'd have to watch the replay because there was contact as we went for the overtake, but I think he was trying to defend and just cut the line off altogether, heading straight for the apex. There's a million different lines that you can take in that final corner, but my word, that took an unexpected turn towards the end. He was holding on to that so well. I did tap to pass you to run me off, do you think? I'll have a watch. Of course, not an intentional launch. We will watch the replay and dissect this one. That's been two really good races tonight. Oh, I'll get that. Right, let's watch the replay and put this one straight to the stewards. At this point, he has almost binned it. The gap was most definitely left. What do we think? What do we think? He's gone off the track at that point as well. And then he's trying to close the gap that he has left open at that point. I'm not too sure on that one. Genuinely, I do not know what the answer is. Potentially racing incident. I think it would be, considering he's gone off the track, came back on. At that point there, he's tried to ram us off, but it hasn't quite worked for him there. He was actually going to beat us in the straight as well. That's the funny thing. Had he not turned right and tried to bin us off, he would have overtaken us. He had the better acceleration out the corner. What's our thoughts on that one then? What do we think? You think he's off unless he hits us? Yeah, interesting. He's all over the shop there trying to hold on to it, isn't he? It's because I think there's 2 bits of contact there as well. I think that's part of the problem. So there's the first tiny little one. And then, of course, there's that one there as we sort of run out, kind of run offline a little bit there. Such is the nature of racing in the wet. But we put that one to the stewards then. In the comments, was that a fair P2? Or should we be getting a 10-second penalty for Ocon? What do we think? Which is it going to be? But other than that, that has been a tremendous race. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed that one. Not too shabby yet. Yeah, I'd be saying racing incident as well, definitely. Definitely. No penalty, no problem. Exactly. Exactly. That's the way we like it. Right then. I'm going to call it a night there. It's been a decent stream. I don't want to overdo it as we normally do. Because we had 2 really good races. I don't want to end on a low. But yes, hopefully everyone's enjoyed the stream. It's been good to finally be back. We didn't manage to stream on Monday. I was still busy setting up all the lights and all that sort of stuff. And then, of course, had some of the technical difficulties, i.e. nothing was working. And then Tuesday, same problem. But we've managed to get it tonight. So get a stream tonight. So that's good. But there we go. We'll try and be back again this week if we can do, because Daily Race B is also a good race as well. Group 4 at Interlagos. So that's always a good fun race. So yes, keep your eyes on the channel for that one. If I can do, I fancy trying. I have to check what time the Canadian Grand Prix is actually on, but I fancy trying this Toyota race, 9th of June. That is going to be a really good, fun race. Let me check the times that it's actually on. 5, 7, and 9 p.m. It's like, I'm sure the actual race starts at 5 p.m. It might be a case of missing the F1 for this, which I don't quite think I fancy. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. Alex, how we doing? Evening. I was in your last race, first of the week. Yeah, that was only our second, that one there. Made a significant strategy error. We nearly did as well, to be fair. We nearly did. Thankfully, I do have to say we didn't. So yeah, 3, 5 and 7 p.m. for this race. That is right in the middle of the Formula 1, so I'm not too sure. Did I say 5, 7 and 9? Yeah, I meant, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. So yeah, I think that it's 5 p.m. for the Formula 1, so I'll have to have a little look at that and find out. But there we go. We might stream that on Sunday. Keep your eyes peeled. Jolly good. We'll be doing some videos on the studio. It's still not all set up yet, so do not worry. Oh, it's 7 p.m. Ah, well, in that case, we'll do if that is the case, we'll do the first 2 streams, I think. We'll do the first 2 events. What actually is the event? What we got? 12 laps. Brutal. Oh, we've got to do that race. We've got to do that race. That'll be tremendous. You're right as always. Good stuff. Well, if it starts at 7, I will absolutely do those races. Count us in for that on Sunday. We will see you all there. Right, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you all on Sunday, 3 p.m, 5 p.m, and then straight off to watch the F1. It doesn't get much better than that as far as Sundays are concerned. Good stuff. Right, catch you all in a little bit. I've got to lean further away to reach my laptop now, which is not good. Toodles! There we go.